Hey guys, it's Diana Cross here, and I wanted to shoot this video and show you how to successfully complete the 52-week money savings challenge. And the reason why I really like this sheet is because there are some check marks that you can check off the amount that you're going to save for the week. So number one, you can stay on track. And also, I'll show you how to save even when the times get rough. Okay. Um, so the things that you're going to need, of course, is to print this out. So print this out so that you'll have it readily available. And get you an envelope. I actually have one of those bank envelopes with a zipper, and that's what I use to save in. For whatever reason, when I see cash saved, I feel like I'm really doing something instead of trying to save it in the bank. So you do it however you want to. But then also grab you an accountability partner. So if it's your spouse, if it's your best friend, if it's your parent, if it's your sister, find somebody that is going to hold you accountable to your savings. And, if you're like me, who will probably spend it, because I spent mine last year, I gave it to my mom. So typically, my mom's going to hold the envelope or she'll know where it is. And I have to kind of get the speech or the spill before I get ready to go and spend it. So she can help, have someone to help hold you accountable and help to talk you out of that impulse spending if that's an issue for you. All right, so on the sheet, the 52-week money savings challenge, it's been featured on all kinds of shows, USA Today, but it actually originated from the Dave Ramsey course. He did a post or some sort of article on how you can save $1,000 in a year's time, even on minimum wage. And most people just do not believe, if you're having some financial issues or if you've just never been able to save, they cannot see beyond living paycheck to paycheck. So with this particular challenge, it can be done at any income level. You can teach your kids how to do it. Of course, if they have a job. So I think this is very important to implement for teenagers who are working. It just teaches them how to pay themselves first. Of course, I am a Christian, so I believe in, sowing and things like that and tithing. So I do this in addition to, giving to the church. But, this isn't that type of conversation. This is just to show you how to save above and beyond whatever you got going on, right? So the purpose of this is to save the consecutive day or the consecutive week of the year. So, for example, the first week of the year is going to be week 1. So in week 1, you're going to save $1. Week 2, you're going to save $2. So once you save $2, then you'll have a total of 3, right? So on the sheet here, you'll see the week, you'll see the date that you're going to put your savings in. You'll see the amount that you're to deposit, and then you'll see the balance that you're supposed to have. So if you skip all the way down to the week 52, you'll have a total of $1,378. Now, this essentially is a savings challenge designed for individuals who are at the lower tax bracket. So if your income level is higher than this, then you should be able to, now I say should with quotation marks, but you should be able to save more than this. So you may want to double it. If you decide to double it, then the most that you would have to save in a week's time is $104, right? So in most of us, I'm not going to say most of us, but you get paid on different scales. So if you get paid weekly, then, $100 a week may not break you if you're in that tax bracket. If you get paid bi-weekly, then of course, you can either do this on a 2-week time frame, but I'm going to show you if you get paid bi-weekly, how to do it on a weekly basis. All right, so I'm just gonna make this video based off of the numbers that we see here. But like I said, if you can afford it, then definitely push yourself. It is a challenge. So push yourself to save as much as you can. This is for people who are looking to save to buy a car, who are looking to save to buy a home, looking to save to, purchase large or have a baby or, something like that, or even just to really set up their savings, their emergency fund. This is how you do this. I remember watching the Susie Orman show one night, and she was talking about saving at least 3 months worth of your bills, for the month, or 3 months worth of your income. And it was a lady that she was talking to, and she just could not understand how she was supposed to save that, and work and pay bills and things like that. So these type of savings techniques are all across the internet. Um, and this is going to be on the entry level savings. All right. So, as I said before, you start consecutively with the week. So, this week we will bring in the new year. And so week 1 begins this week. And so you will need to put away $1 by Sunday. And then, I look at Sunday as the beginning of the week. So I try to have mine done by Friday. So you put in the date in which you are going to be saving that dollar. And then next week you'll save $2, and the following week you'll save $3, and so on and so forth. Now, if you get paid biweekly, and then I would recommend starting backwards. Also, provided that you didn't overspend for Christmas and you're not trying to make payment arrangements for everything in January. And I say that out of love, but some people are doing that. So if that's not you, definitely try your best to start backwards, or try to start, break this up quarterly. And the way you do that is 52 divided by 2 should be 26. So you would start maybe at the middle of the year and do 52 and 26, or, start somewhere where, if you need it to be lower, you can. And so, for example, let's say, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so when you get to level 13, okay, so right here, where it says 13 and 39, that's halfway through the grid. Yeah. So you could kind of divide these up by 4s, right? So, and the year is divided up by quarters. So if you know that the 4th quarter of the year is going to be the hardest for you to save, then you need to take 13, or 1 to 13, and you save that around Christmas time. Okay. If, like the summertime, for me, business is booming, right? So that's the 3rd quarter of the year. So I would go from 26 to 39, and I would make sure that, I would take this 3rd quarter, and I would save, the 3rd quarter here. I go backwards. So the first week I'm going to save $52. The second week I'm going to save 51. And the reason being is it's just easier for me to save $1 or $2 around Christmas and Thanksgiving. So, but if you're going to do that, then you just make sure, it's really important to put a check mark in the box next to the line that you saved, so that you know how much you have saved, and you know that that one's already been taken. Okay. So I try to get all the big ones out of the way, and that way, and of course, tax time is coming up. So if you receive a refund, use part of that to help you with your challenge. Get some of those big ones out of the way, and that way you can go ahead with continuing to save. Now, if you get paid biweekly, then on the biweekly, you can start out here. If you want to start at the top, you can start out on the week that you get paid. Start out at $27. And then the off week, deposit one. That way, each week, you're depositing something and you're still staying on track with the week. If you're going through the weeks fine and something comes up, let's say you needed new tires for your car and it just kind of course, you need to be budgeting for tires. That shouldn't come out of your savings. That should already come out of a budget. And there's another video about setting up a budget. I'll see if I can post that as well so that the two go together. But let's say, you needed new tires or something like that. Then on the weeks that you need something and you're not going to be able to save the full amount, save one of the smaller ones. That's another reason why I kind of save those on reserve, right? And I have those smaller ones that I can pull from should I need to. And I try to get, like I said, I try to get the big ones out of the way at the beginning of the year. Because, I just don't blow everything right around Christmas. So January, our budget's still intact, January, February. And then by March and April, it's tax time. You would have received your tax refund if you get one during that time frame. And so I can kind of help knock out some of those larger ones. And then we'll just kind of get back on track. And, it's a little bit easier to save. I feel like once I hit that $25 mark, I'm golden. It's easy for me to save that. But this year I'm going to try to challenge myself to save a little bit more. I don't know if I'm going to double it. I ain't big balling, but we'll see. But anyway, that's and use this. Definitely you want to mark them off and you want to stay encouraged. You can definitely reach out to me on the social networks if you need some encouragement or something like that. There are many money saving challenge groups on Facebook that you can get a part of. I've actually seen in the groups where people were saving diligently and they didn't want to get into the money that they've saved, but something has come up. And I've actually seen people send them money via PayPal, the money that they were supposed to save so that they would stay on track. So there's a lot of people that are doing this to help build up their savings challenge. So hopefully you got value out of this and you take part of it. And I'd love to hear the stories of individuals who reach their goals. At the bottom, make sure you write in the goal that you have set for yourself. And I'd love to see the photos of the goals, new ovens, new refrigerators, new cars, new homes, all kinds of things. So you want to set the goal first. And then, like I said, if you're doing this as a couple, and if both of you are, gainfully employed and you're working and you're able to save 1378 times 2 would actually be 2756, right? And let's say both of you were at the point where you could double it. You would save $5,512 by the end of the year. So it's super cool, super exciting, and I would love for you to join us. So make sure you print out the sheet, and I'll put a link to the chart below. That way you can click on it and you can download it. And I look forward to hearing your success stories. See you later.